Take a guess. Yeah, take a guess. I have an ocular migraine right now, so I see, it's like I'm looking at you through a freaking kaleidoscope. I'm going to attempt to replace my valve cover gaskets. And I'm starting with the side that's not leaking because this is the most difficult side. You guys know this is not a how-to channel, but I'm going to walk you through what I just did so far. And I haven't even gotten to take the cover off yet. So I took the seat out, obviously, so I got more room here to work. See the doghouse over there. This wire loom was all corroded and busted apart, so I put a bunch of electrical tape around this because I didn't want the plastic to fall down in here when I pull the cover off. I pulled this breather here. That goes to this thing here. I think that has something to do with my fuel system. I unplugged the ICM and the other thing over here. That's all unplugged. 3 things that come off this wire loom here are all unplugged, so I get this out of the way. I've zip tied this to the oil filler tube to get it up out of the way. I've unplugged my spark plug wires here. I know that the order, this is the top, this is the first one, middle, and last. They're all in order right here, so I know how to put them back. And I pulled the the wire that goes to the thing at the jig over there. And then I undid this here that goes to the thingamajig up there, so I could pull it out of the thingamajig down here, because that would not pull out of there unless I disconnected it here. Okay. All right. I know that you guys are really big on the technical terms. So thingamajigs and whatamajits and piece of that's what I'm doing. I also took this bracket off right here. I took both of these brackets. This one here is for the wire loom that bolts up on top of the manifold. And this clip here was down here on the engine block, so that I could get this up and out of the way. Okay? That's what's happening. And again, I'm doing the passenger side first because it's the most difficult. The other side should be technically easier, and the main leak that I can see is coming from the center bolt at the top of the valve cover. I've already cleaned it up, so you can't really see it now, but it was pretty clear as day. So let me get this side done. I'm going to do one side at a time. It's not the way everybody else would do it. It's the way I'm doing it. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to do the gasket and everything. I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to button this side up. Then I'm going to go to the other side. I did disconnect my battery, the negative side, before I started, just to be on the safe side. Better safe than sorry. And I'm just going to continue along with this and make a couple short clips along the way. I did take the seat out, like I mentioned. I put some towels down on top of the bolts and some cardboard here. Try to keep it relatively neat. All right, valve cover is off, and it's right here. I sprayed it down with some simple green and wiped it down with paper towels. Didn't take that long. And this is the gift that keeps on giving here. This guy Kyle, and it's been almost exactly 3 years ago. I got a call from him. This is a cool dude. Thanks again, Kyle. I'll try to remember to send you a link to this. Interesting cat. He actually lives down in Mexico on the beach, surfs every day. Lives in a trailer or something down there. But he had a pad here. He had 4 aluminum wheels, the same ones running on my truck now, 5 of them actually, for sale. And just a little over 3 years ago now, 3.5 years ago or so. And I went up to buy them from him. We got along so well, he just gave them to me. That's a cool dude. 3 years ago, I got a call this month. Like in another 2 weeks, it'll be exactly 3 years ago. I get a call from him, and he's like, hey, man, I'm cleaning out a storage unit. It's full of Astro van parts. You can have them for free if you come and get them today. And I couldn't because I had to go to Arizona. My mom was dying, and she did die. So it was a horrible trip. You guys might remember that. But Dave went and got the stuff. And there's a little video. I watched it on my channel the other day. It was kind of cool. And Dave got to take top pick of the stuff that he went out there and got for me. So, but included in that was this gasket kit. And I've already used a few of these, and I'm about to use the valve cover gaskets and grommets now. But there's also a set of intake manifold gaskets too. So if I ever have to take this apart again for that, I suspect that was done already. Don't ask me why. I just think it was. But there is a couple of rust spots in here. You can see in there. That seems odd to me, because I see no evidence at all of water intrusion or anything in my oil. It always runs fine. I've done a compression test on this. It's running fine. I'm not having any issues. It's the guy that had this before me said that he spent 10 grand on this thing, but he never told me everything he did, and I suspect that was one of the things. English wasn't his first language. He was an Asian guy. So, I don't know, you know. Anyhow, let me get this in here. I'll get the other side done, and I'll tell you how it all went. I got electricians working here today in my apartment. They're redoing the power. They're going to be building a new structure back here soon, I guess, and they're going to be shutting the power off for 4 hours today. So I'll show you how I'm dealing with that too in this video, I guess. So it's not just strictly a Astro van video. I put a little oil on that. I don't think I needed to, but you got to make sure you fit that gasket in the groove on this. Make sure you clean that groove out. Make sure you get those grommets in there snugly. And you know, these are your dir things. Again, you guys know, not a how-to channel, just what I'm doing. I'll show you something. So on this side, you have to remove the bolt that holds your oil filler tube in place, because you have to lift that up off of the valve cover. And what I do is I just zip tied that up out of the way so I can get the valve cover in and out. This side is not as clean as the other side, and what I noticed is I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I feel pretty confident that I think this thing probably blew the intake manifold gasket at one time, and because there was orange muck on the inside of that I had to clean off. There's still a little haze of it in there, you could see. If you zoom in on that. So I think that they might have taken the whole manifold off and replaced the intake manifold gaskets and probably never even pulled the valve covers, which is typical for a lot of mechanics, right? That's extra stuff that they're not going to charge for. That's what I think is going on. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and put the gaskets in that thing and get that on there and button everything up. And then I'll show you how I put it back together afterwards. Well, I don't have to. I do it right now. I added a lot of extra electrical tape. You could see around the wire loom because it was all cracked. So whenever I open this up and I'm messing around in here, I like to just neaten it up a little bit more. That's just me. So I'm going to get to this, get it done. Really, I mean, it takes a while to clean them. This one was more difficult than the other one. And moving all the stuff out of the way is the whole job. That's it. That is the entire job. Moving crap out of the way. That's it. The rest of it is easy. There's nothing to it, really. It was a bitch putting the other one on. I couldn't get the bolts to thread. You know why? Because I was putting it on wrong. I had it spun around the opposite direction. It took me like 2 minutes to figure that one out. And I'll talk about some other stuff. Let me get this on and I'll tell you a few things I learned. That is a smooth running engine, I'll tell you that. So yeah, there's a clip that's attached to the engine block here that wraps around this real fat wiring harness. I removed it because it was holding it too tight to the engine block, in my opinion. Whole section of the wire loom had melted. You can see the nut. I put it back in the engine block down there. And I zip tied this right here to the oil dipstick tube. And I'm running the spark plug wires up over the top of that loom, keep them off to the valve cover. You see how the valve cover is intended from heat from the wire loom of those wires hitting it. These bolts are supposed to be 90 pounds torque down. And one guy was like, you just get it till it hits the rubber and it's good. No, no, no. I hit it till it stopped, and then I gave a little bit of a crank. I think it's fine. And there's no tapping in there. My oil looks great. You guys know I take this on major drives. And when I'm driving, man. It's usually over 80 miles an hour, depending on where I'm at, but that's pretty common. I think that's it. So yeah, the hardest thing, it's not hard, but you know, you remove the seat, it makes life a lot easier. You know, I've never removed the driver's seat. There's some wiring hooked up underneath there for the seat and everything, so I probably should. But remember, I still have the stick shift here for the 4x4. So that's in my way no matter what, but able to do this whole job without any issues just with that front seat out. Now I got to put all this stuff away. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now either. I'm kind of spent. I'm going to do a short after this to show you guys what's going on up in the apartment. These electricians have been here all day. They had to cut the power off. I think they're buttoning stuff up. Where's my watch? I've been doing this a long time. It's 4 o'clock. I think it's been about a 6-hour job. I took my time. I took a couple little breaks. Yeah. Oh, check this out. There's some white goop coming out where the manifold hits the engine. Just behind the wire loom to the right of the distributor. So that makes me think also, you tell me, does that look factory to you? That makes me think somebody might have replaced these intake manifold gaskets. I'm just guessing. I don't know the whole history of this vehicle. But that's what I'm guessing. If you don't remember, when I bought this thing, the oil, all the fluids have been changed. Oil looked good, but the radiator looked like shit. I mean, it really looked bad. So I had the system flushed, and I had it flushed multiple times, and I replaced some hoses up front. I eventually replaced the whole radiator, flushed it again. Now it looks fine. Engine oil always looks fine. There's no weird smells. I don't have any coolant smells. No white smoke blowing out the back. You know, again, the oil doesn't look like a milkshake. So I think you guys hear what I'm saying. Does what I'm saying sound like it's possible that the intake manifold gasket's probably already been replaced? That's what I think. I don't know. Anyhow, that's it. Be good. I'll catch you all in the next one. Because there'll be more, you know that. That's it, I'm done.